EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Catch in the middle. It's Jones. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Pope. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. Defense not budging. He's still able to get two to the 29. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And off from the shotgun. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Going to swing it on second down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's Pope. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do. They get through, and it's blocked. That's a live ball, and the defense has it. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that foot.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice penetration by this defense. Getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed. And
he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Breaks into the open. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And that's what defense is all about. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
Finds him out of the backfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Pope. Looking left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Makes the grab. It's Shabara. Ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Buckeyes are on the move. 22 water. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Pope. Makes the grab, and he was able to get back on top of it. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the running back has it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. This time it's complete. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snagged out of the air. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here we go. Off play action. Dances away. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Hines is back in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He uncorks one deep. Reels it in down the right side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the 1st half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining 1st half than you?
And the Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense...
Turning it on! Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out of receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's had.
Just keep slinging it. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to throw, it's Pope right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Buckeyes come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you failed. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Goes to the option. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm backed up like this is don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This guy's going after a day sort of like the one Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93, already well on his way.
And Joey Galloway had that Bayou speed, that Freaky Friday speed, and he's got it too. I mean, just such a dynamic weapon on the outside. It's a good idea to find him and throw him the football early, in the middle, and late.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. And there might have been trouble. They hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Dropping back, it's Pope. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gets it past the marker. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Shabera. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with it.
It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They built a cushion. They built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The quick out. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Pope. Gets it out quickly. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got room to work. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll immediately call timeout. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Off play action on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Horned Frogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Under fire. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Trying to barrel in. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Pulls it in on the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown has ensued. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Catch in the middle, it's Jones. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. Sends it downfield. Oh, he dropped dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the